Okay, good morning to you all. Today we are going to discuss on relationship of set, especially in our class 6. We will discuss on what type of relation of set. What type of relation of set in which Upnet Gupta, in which we have first relation is equal set. To form a relation, always we need two or more than two sets. Or let an example of human beings relations like father and son, son and mother. To make a relation, always we need two or more than two persons. Then only a relationship formed. In the same way, to form a relation between set, we need at least two sets. To form a relation of set, we need at least two sets. So that for the equal sets, two sets having same cardinality, as we have learned about the cardinality. So two sets having same cardinality and elements are called equal set. If two sets having the same cardinality, that means then they have the same number of cardinal, that is the same number of element. And if they have the same element, then they are known as equal sets. For example, here we have, suppose A is equal to ABCD and B is equal to EDCBA, where number of A, that is cardinal number of A, is equal to how many elements are there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Similarly, cardinal number of B is equal to also 5. Let's count their elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, similarly 5. Altogether, both the set having the same cardinality, that is 5 and 5. And also their elements are same. E is equal to E, D is equal to D, C is equal to C, B is equal to B, and A is equal to A. In this way, you can say that their elements and their cardinality are same. That's why so set A and set B are equal set, and that is written as A is equal to B. Where while giving your answer with reason, we can write it like this: set A is equal to set B are, or set A and set B are equal because their cardinality and elements are same. So consider one thing, what if two sets having the same cardinality and same element, then they are called equal set. Otherwise, they are not equal set. Hey. Then after, the second type of relation is that equivalent set. So here, as equivalent set, if the number of elements of any two sets are equal, then they are called equivalent set. Number of elements, it means if the two sets having the same cardinality, okay, if the two sets having the same cardinality, then they are said to be equivalent set. For example, A is equal to A, B, C, D, E. Here you can see on your screen. In the same way, B is equal to F, G, S, I, J. F, G, S, I, J. Where number of A is equal to number of B. That means how many cardinal numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the same way, in set B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So both have the same candidate. That's why number of A is equal to number of set B. And for this, we must need their cardinality equal, not other thing. Even their elements are same or not, that doesn't matter. But we need only their cardinality equal. So A was to B or equivalent of two sets is denoted by the symbol here. This is the symbol of equivalent set. Thus, A equivalent B is read as A is equivalent to B. So this is the symbol. Look here, this is the symbol. This is the symbol of equivalent where number of A is equal to 5 and number of B is equal to also 5. So set A and set B are equivalent, and which is written as A equivalent to B. So while giving your answer with reason like this, set A is equal, set A and set B are equivalent because their cardinality are same. Either their elements are same or not, that doesn't matter, but they must have equal cardinality. If they have the equal cardinality, it means what? They are equivalent set. Remind this one only. To be a equivalent set, they must have the equal cardinality, not other thing. That's why all the equal sets are known as equivalent set, but all the equivalent sets are not equal set. Remind it. All the equal sets are equivalent sets, but all the equivalent sets are not equal set. In the same way, the third one is overlapping set. Two or more than two sets are said to be overlapping sets if they have common element. Suppose how many sets are given there, that doesn't matter. But if they have any common element with them, then they are said to be overlapping set. For example, here, you can see on your screen. You can see on the screen that A is equal to 1, 2, 3. In set A, there are some elements that is 1, 2, 3. In the same way, in set B, there are some elements that is 3, 4, 5, 6. And common elements of set A and B is 3. You can see there, 3 is lying in both of the set. You can see here, 3 is lying in both set. That's why 3 is common in both. So that their common elements is 3. So set A and B are overlapping set. While solving it, we can solve it like this. Common elements is equal to 3. So set A and set B are overlapping set. While giving your answer with reason, you can write it like this. Set A and set B are overlapping because they have common element. Okay. So remind one thing, what? How many sets are given there? But if they have any common element, at least one, there may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 common element, but at least if they have at least one common element, then they are said to be overlapping set. In the same way, we have here 3 as common element, so that this set A and B are said to be overlapping set. Otherwise, no. In the same way, the fourth one is disjoint set. The fourth one is disjoint set here. 2 or more than 2 sets are said to be disjoint set if they have no common element. This is just opposite of overlapping set. So that here, if 2 or more than 2 sets, how many sets are given there, that doesn't matter. But if they do not have the common element, then they are said to be disjoint set. For example, we have here n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements of set n. In the same way, set B is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9. Just compare between their elements, either they are matching or not. So you can see here, in set n, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the same way, in set B, there are 6, 7, 8, 9, which are not similar to each other. That's why common element is equal to not available. Common elements is equal to not available in both sets. So that set A and set B are disjoint sets. While writing this answer in a statement, that means with while writing your answer with reason, you can write it like this. Set A and set B are disjoint set because they do not have common element. They do not have common element. So that remind one thing always, that for overlapping set, they must have common element. But for disjoint set, they do not have common element. If they have common element, it becomes as overlapping set. But in the same way, if they do not have the common element, it so that the given sets are disjoint set. Remind this thing. I hope you are understanding about these 4 type of set. So let's come to the universal set. In general form, we suppose it is a universal set, means the main set. The set under consideration of which the rest of the sets are, if divided as a subset, is known as universal set. It is denoted by, look here, capital U. So remind one thing always, what? The main set by which other sets are formed. The main sets by which other sets are formed, that main set is known as universal set. For example, the set of natural number, it considers all the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the same way, if other sets is formed like the set of odd number, so it only considered or consisting of odd number, which comes under the natural number, like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, which always comes under the natural number. That's why natural number is the main set by which set of odd number is formed. That's why set of natural number is a universal set, where set of odd number is a subset of which is formed up by universal set, that is the main set, natural number. For example of universal set, we can give here. You can see here some notification or symbolization of universal set. Universal set can be denoted by U or X. That means all the capital letter or by this sign. In the same way, suppose U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where A is equal to 1, 3, 5, which is at just little number which is taken from U, that is 1, 3, and 5. From these 6 number, set A takes only 3, that is odd number. In the same way, in set B, it takes only 3 number among these 6. That's why the U becomes as a main set of set A and set B. That's why set A belongs to U, because all the elements of set A are belonging to U. In the same way, set B also belonging to set U, so that U is a universal set of set A and set B. Or in this way, we can identify the universal set and subset. Then after subset, we have any sets A is said to be the subset of another set B if every element of set A are also the elements of set B. Remind it, if all the sets, if all the elements of set A are in set B, so that set A is called the subset of set B. For example, here, you can see here, it is denoted by this sign. Subset is denoted by this sign. We write them A is subset of B, because all the elements of set A are the elements of set B, so that A is a subset of B, and read as A is a subset of B or A is contained in B, because all the elements of set A are already in set B. That's why A is contained in B, which is read as A is a subset of B, or written as A is subset of B. This is the symbolized form. This is the symbolized form. Or in this way, you can identify these sets. Either they are overlapping, disjoint, equal, equivalent, or in this way, universal or subset. If we talk about universal set and subset, let's take about an example of our class, of our school. So the set of teacher, listen, the set of teacher. In the set of teacher, there may be English teacher, math teacher, social teacher, Nepali teacher, okay, etc. and etc. In the same way, instead, the set of teacher, if there would be given the set of mathematics teacher, so the set of mathematics teacher is a subset of the set of teacher, because the set of teacher is a universal set and the set of mathematics teacher is a subset, because mathematics teachers come from the set of teacher. That's why the set of teacher is a universal set, that is the main set, and the set of mathematics teacher is a subset. So in this way, we can find these subsets and universal set where number of subset is equal to, this is the formula to find the number of subset, 2 to the power n. 2 to the power n. This is the formula to find the subset, number of subset, 2 to the power n, where n is equal to the number of element. N is equal to the number of element, where For example, to find the number of subsets, so that here, suppose if we have a set A is equal to element A and B, there are only two elements. There are only two elements A and B, so number of elements is equal to 2. So that number of subset is equal to 2 to the power n. This is our formulas. So that 2 and this 2 is written as the power or the number of elements. So there are number of elements 2, A, B. So there are two number of elements. So that to find the square of 2, we need to multiply the same number by the 2 times. So that here 2 into 2 is equal to 4. That means we need to require to find the number of subset that should be 4. So that subset is equal to, first the subset is empty set, because empty set is the proper subset of every set. That's why first is empty set, and then after we should take one elements. So first we take A, then after B, and then after the set which is given. That means 2 element. So we need to find just 4 subset. So that we have here empty set, then A, B, and AB, that is altogether 4 element. But in the same way, if we have given to find A, B, C. So in this condition, we have 3 elements. So number of subset is equal to 2 to the power. We have the formula n, or in this condition is equal to 2 and to the power 3, because the number of elements are 3. So that 2 is multiplied by 2 3 times. So 2 into 2 into 2. It means we need to find the subset 8. That means from this ABC, we need to find 8 subset. So in this way, you can find the number of subset that we need to find. Or in this way, you can find the subset. I hope you are understanding about it. Or in this way, we have completed the today's content. I hope you understood about the today's content. So after this all, thank you all.